On this last Sunday of Epiphany, we celebrate the transfiguration of Jesus. Let us take a moment to rest in our breath, to refresh our souls and allow the cares of the world to fall away as we turn our minds, our hearts, and souls to God, to worship and to celebrate. If it is comfortable for you, I invite you to close your eyes and take a breath. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again. Breathe in life. Breathe out fear. Breathe in love. Breathe out hate. Breathe in joy. Breathe out sadness. Breathe in peace. Breathe out love. Breathe in light. Breathe out joy. Rest in your breath. Allow yourself to relax into God's loving embrace. Breathe in, breathe out. Gently open your eyes. Slowly notice what you see. Has how you see changed? The busyness of our days veils our vision of God's glory and often hinders our ability to comprehend the glory and beauty around us. Even the most devoted struggle to grasp the mystery of God's glory revealed. Peter, James, and John are Jesus' inner circle. In this moment, the three of them are with Jesus on the mountain where he has retreated to pray. In the Gospel of Luke, all the big important things happen as Jesus prays. And today, as he prays, his appearance changes. His face shines, his clothes dazzle brilliant white. Even though Peter, James, and John are exhausted and weighed down with sleep, they do manage to stay awake, possibly caught up in that struggle to stay awake, nodding off and then jerking to wake up. And in one of those moments, they catch a glimpse of Jesus' glorious appearance. They see the mystery of the glory of God revealed in their beloved teacher and friend. Moses and Elijah appear too, representing the law and the prophets. They are talking with Jesus about his exodus, which will come about in Jerusalem. Symbolically, their appearance is an acknowledgement of Jesus as the Messiah, as the continuation of God's promise. In the awe of the moment, Peter states, "It is good for us to be here. Let us make 3 dwellings, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." Here on the mountain, God intervenes. As a cloud comes and overshadows the disciples, and our minds flash back to the Exodus story where God leads the people in a cloud. And I wonder what it was like to experience the brilliance of God's glory being revealed, only to be instantly enshrouded by a cloud. And then to hear the voice of God saying, "This is my son, my chosen. Listen to him." The last time we heard that, it was, "You are my son, my chosen," at Jesus' baptism. Now, God is saying it for all of our sakes. And I imagine it was amazing and terrifying for Peter, James, and John as they were filled with awe. Being rendered speechless, they remained silent as they ponder and process the experience. Being silent after a profound experience allows the power of the experience to resonate within. It is rare for people to experience a mountaintop moment where the whole world glimmers and shimmers with light. Most of the time we're down in the valley of darkness and we just keep stepping forward in faith, one step at a time, striving to do God's work, be God's light in the world. And there are these mystical moments that we do hit those high places. Thomas Merton had one of those moments in Louisville, Kentucky, at the corner of 4th and Walnut. You may remember this story, and you may not. I have shared it before. He writes, "I was suddenly overwhelmed with the realization that I loved all these people, that they were mine and I theirs, that we could not be alien to one another even though we were total strangers." He was filled with joy. He states, "Now I realize what we all are, and if only everybody could realize this. But it cannot be explained. There is no way of telling people that they are all walking around shining like the sun." Have you had moments of experiencing God's glory being revealed, of seeing beyond the ordinary? It may have been just a glimpse. In the invitation to pray, Jesus exposes Peter, James, and John to his most intimate moments with God. It was just 8 days ago when Jesus asked, "Who do you say that I am?" And Peter called Jesus the Messiah of God. And then came the twist that Jesus shared with them what is to come, that he would go to Jerusalem, endure suffering, rejection, and death, only to be raised again. And then he says to them to take up your cross daily and follow me. And then comes the invitation to pray with him, to come away with him to the mountain. Prayer is the meeting place of God. It is an intimate experience. It is a place of riches beyond measure. In prayer, we come before God. We lift our hearts, share our deepest concerns, vulnerabilities, fears, desires, hope. It is where we become still and know God. In the presence of our true self, and in our souls, and our souls' desires are revealed. The more we give ourselves to prayer, the richer the experience. It can be the place of mystery, awe, and even majesty. Many of you know that Father Rick took a group to Conyers, Georgia, to the Monastery of Holy Spirit last weekend for a retreat. And retreats are where we purposely go for that deeper experience of prayer and being present with God in silence and in community. We began with a breath prayer. It is a simple practice. It is allowing our bodies and minds to slow down, to rest, and relax into God's loving embrace. As our journey through Epiphany culminates today in God's glory revealed in Jesus' transfiguration, may we revel in the brilliance of the moment. We also know on Wednesday, we with Jesus turn our face towards Jerusalem as we enter the season of Lent. As we journey through Lent, may we hold the world in our prayers as we prepare our hearts and souls for the journey with Jesus through the events of Holy Week and meet the risen Christ, revealed once again on Easter morning and in every person we meet. There are times when you may wonder if your prayer will do any good. After all, it's only one prayer, and there is so much need in the world today. Remember, one prayer is like a raindrop which sets off ripples in a pond. With each drop, the motion and energy increase. As with each prayer, hope builds, faith strengthens, and love resonates more vibrantly. The world has changed. We have changed. Something has been moved. So pray. Take the season of Lent to enrich your prayer practice and be present with God. Prayer matters.